when it comes to living life with a divergent mindset, how did you maybe like piece together that your brain might work a little different than everyone else's?
Ooh, I feel like other kids figured it out before I did. I always I don't even wanna say always, but I don't remember a time when I didn't feel a little bit different from my peers, you know? I was labeled gifted at a very early age, but never actually officially labeled autistic because I have not gathered the money and the time to go to an official autism doctor, TM, and get that label on myself. But my mom was always kind of like, you know what? They'll catch up. They'll, you'll feel closer to people your age when you're older and you'll feel much more similar to them. And then I got older and older and that just never happened. And when I finally started putting the pieces together of, hey, you might not just be a gifted kid trademark. You might have a neurodivergent brain in other ways was when I was in college. My family, like a lot of families, for some reason, got really into the Big Bang Theory. I feel like nobody really understands that phase in American culture, and I certainly don't. But at the time, we were watching it like all the time on DVD. And because my name is Shelby, and because they started noticing like similarities between me and the character of Sheldon Cooper on the show, they started kind of jokingly calling me Sheldon. Like, I've got my seat on the couch. I've got my very specific, very deep interests. I've got my difficulty understanding the difference between when people are being literal and when they're being figurative. And after a while of this happening, I was like, wait, do you guys think I might be autistic? And my mom was like, oh, you might be on the spectrum. Yeah. And I had a little crisis about that for a little bit. And to their credit, question mark,
Maybe.
the nickname immediately stopped. Sure. Once I put the pieces together. But after that, I kind of started going through researching, started asking my mom questions like, hey, when did I start doing this as a child? When did I start doing that? And started asking adults around me, friends of mine who had been diagnosed with autism, like, hey, do you do this? Do you do that? And I started reading books, particularly Dr. Devin Price's Unmasking Autism, which has been incredibly valuable to me. And finally, I landed on, you know what? I like the label autistic a lot more than I like many of the other words that I have used to describe myself and that other people have used to describe me. It fits and it's not inherently negative.